Hey, I'm Brigham, the Product Design Director at Outdoor Vitals. The Vantage Alpine jacket is part of what we're calling our Mountain Pursuit line. A lot of its origins kind of begin with some discussions and collaboration with friends we have at Exo Mountain Gear. We kind of put our minds together and started this design process of wanting to have some key pieces. And one of those key pieces for, a backcountry kit, specifically in the mountains, is a puffy that's going to keep us warm. Something that is as warm as we can, that we're still going to take on a backpacking trip, especially in maybe shoulder seasons where it's either spring or fall, where the temperatures get down a lot colder, and so we don't want to just settle for building the lightest weight insulated jacket that doesn't keep us warm. You know, if it's around the 16 ounce or under mark, that's still a very packable, backpackable jacket. But when we put it on, if done correctly, the goal was that when we put it on, it does provide us a really substantial amount of warmth. So that's kind of what we set out to achieve. Just a very backpackable jacket that is as warm as we can make it for kind of that weight benchmark. That does start to guide some decisions from the beginning. Some of the basic things, like in designing the jacket, that we have to look at, analyze, is like, well, that means we need more down in it, but in order to put more down in the jacket, we have to allow for there has to be room for the down to loft up or expand, because that's what keeps us warm. So we had to work with Fabric Mill to create a fabric, basically co-develop with the Fabric Mill a fabric that had enough room to put the amount of down in the jacket that we needed. We thought it might be worth experimenting and prototyping jackets that just had like full horizontal baffles, and we actually had, 15 or 20 prototypes made, and we distributed those to about a dozen guys outside of ourselves, to really kind of go put to hard use for a number of months. These guys were going on hunting trips, backpacking trips, basically throughout the Rocky Mountain West in the United States and then in Alaska. We were really excited about the opportunity to get the jacket out in cold conditions, humid conditions, and then just really kind of austere weather. And that was a really good testing period, because it influenced some decisions that we made in the future. One of the main influences that it did for us, and this includes my own experience as well, is it helped us dial in the baffle orientation. These jackets with the horizontal baffles seem to feel less warm than the offset baffles. After those prototypes, we went back to getting a fabric made with the offset baffle configuration, and then basically just adding more room where we needed to have more room so that we could get as much loft out of the down as possible. And in order to achieve a certain weight threshold, that also kind of helps guide our decision on the fill power of the down. Because if you use too low of a fill power, the down is less compressible and you need more of it to achieve the same warmth levels. And then, after 2 years of testing and refining and dialing all that in, we ended up with something that, I personally can relate to all the experiences that influenced decision, as well as, all the feedback from all the testers that we got that really kind of funneled in the direction we needed to take this and the decisions we need to make to get it where we want. We're going to continue to do this. This jacket's out, we're excited about it, but we will always be putting ourselves out there, getting out into the field, asking questions, trying things out and learning and refining and progressing as much as possible. So we're really excited about the jacket. Have every expectation that those that do use this jacket will find the value in what we put into it.